Years before Apple released its smartwatch, a small Silicon Valley startup called Pebble had people excited about wearable devices. The company raised millions to build its smartwatches through Kickstarter, which allows the public to fund projects they're interested in. At the recent Dublin Web Summit, I met up with Eric Migicovsky, Pebble's 28-year-old chief executive, about why he thinks his relatively unknown company can take on the might of Apple. What makes you think that you can be a player in this when you have such an almighty competitor in Apple?
It's very clear that Apple has entered the game very hard. They're a great competitor. They're one of the largest company in the world. It's very clear what they're doing, though. I think they're building more of the Tag or the Rolex of smartwatches. We, on the other hand, we're more centered on being the Swatch of the smartwatch world.
But don't you think that their ability to invest and the huge amount of money that they can put in means they could, as and when they need to, build the Swatch of the smartphone world as well?
I mean, you could say that, and technically anything's possible in a perfect world, but I don't think so. I think that we have a great community, we have a great brand, and we have a real intention on building this device. You know, our product starts at €99 and goes up to $299. That's the area in which we play best at.
But to get the developers on board to build apps for your devices, which is kind of key. I mean, you've seen
and you've seen the community kind of grow up around that.
But to really get a broad community, you need to have the kind of huge sales and the mass market to do that.
We have twice the number of apps and watch faces that Google has on their Android Wear store.
Right.
And that's Google.
Could you just give us a little bit of where you are now with this new device, the Pebble Time?
Yeah, it's small, it's light, it looks like a classic watch.
And what makes it smart?
What makes it smart? So, I mean, the first off, it's a great watch. So it tells time, it has a long battery life, it's durable, it's water resistant. But on top of that, it has a ton of smart features, like it shows you notifications as they come through from your phone, it tracks your steps, it tracks your sleep. There's a bunch of apps and different experiences that you can have on Pebble.
Okay, and is the round feature of the watch a problem? We've spoken to analysts and they think the round form factor makes it difficult for app developers to build things for it.
Not particularly. In fact, we've had a ton of app developers embrace the new Pebble Time Round platform. There's hundreds of apps that are available already. Watch faces look particularly good on it.
Do you have plans to raise more money? I mean, one of the interesting ways that you've grown is you've grown through Kickstarter, and in the future, do you see yourself going back to the Kickstarter community who have supported you, or will you go
for us? It's not even. I mean, it's Kickstarter, but it's really the Pebble community. Like when we went to Kickstarter this year, we weren't doing it just to get money out of people. We were doing it to really talk to the community that supported us right from the beginning, like the people who were there when we were first starting to build smartwatches. So we took our new product, Pebble Time Steel, and we showed it to them first. We gave them the first preview of it to the world. And I think that that's mainly due to the fact that we're dedicated to the community. Like I said, we're still publishing software updates for a watch that we created 3 years ago. I think we're immensely dedicated, and if we're successful, it's due to that dedication to the community. I mean, we would be nothing if it weren't for the people that believed in us when we were just, like you said, 3 people in a garage.
But do you think that long term, as Pebble becomes a bigger company and a brand in itself and a big manufacturer of these devices, which is your goal, you have to eventually go to the kind of the big pocketed investors,
We have taken investment from some venture capitalists in the Bay Area. We're not allergic to it. I mean, we're more than happy to take investment. I think what we're saying is that that's an important core to the brand and to the product as a whole. I think it's a part of the strategy. It's not the entire strategy.
Okay, Eric, thanks very much.
Thank you.